Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek, you're watching Kevin the Geek, and I have now finished series 1 of Outnumbered, and so I thought it'd be nice to do a little behind the scenes thing for you today. Now obviously I know that the show is sort of done on an improvisational or semi-improvisational basis, but I'd like to know a little bit more in detailed information about that. I like behind the scenes stuff. It gives a really nice insight into what goes on in putting a show together, particularly a show like this, which is really good. I really love this show. So we're going to check this out. This is like, I don't know, on like the DVD extras or something like that. So this is the interviews apparently from series 1. Let's check it out.
We both felt that TV hadn't really done a proper family comedy in the sense that there wasn't one that had captured the chaos of life with small children.
I think I've got a few viruses that makes me too ill to go to school.
No, you're fine.
I'm not fine. I might be
Karen!
sick.
I can't find my other shoes.
I really am quite poor.
Karen, where did you last see them?
There were good practical reasons why it hadn't been done, but we thought they were surmountable at least.
Yeah,
You know
which
what I
they
mean?
were.
The reason you get told don't work with children or animals is because they're unpredictable. You simply don't know what they're going to do.
It's a show and tell.
The problem with a lot of family sitcoms, I think, is that you feel that the things that happen at home with your own children and the things they say are in some way funnier than the scripted things that children are required to say. But if you actually just let children be children, then it's funny, and I think that's the secret of it, really.
We'd worked with young children on various series as well, and always been aware of the fact that we weren't capturing their childlikeness that well. And then I did a series called Bedtime, where I used my daughter Isabel when she was 7 to do a scene with the actor Kevin McNally. So it was actually Kevin who said to me, well, don't show her the lines, just don't tell her what the story is, just tell her the sequence.
What should we do now?
Wow. Have I become invisible?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear something? No. I thought there was someone over there speaking.
Hello?
I didn't hear. I thought it was just our imagination. Mum's turned invisible. Mum's turned invisible.
We know the script, but they're not given the script. They're kind of told beforehand what area the script's going to... It's almost like they've got a seek and destroy mission.
General rule of thumb, what we do is that one of us briefs the
I
kid.
mean, somebody comes over, and talks to us about the scene, and says, all right, and so after Mum says this, then Karen says this, and then we have to remember it.
You just see them in the corner of the room, sitting with that child kind of going, and you're thinking, and when Claire says that, say, I hate you!
They allow a margin of line difference because the show's partly improvised, and they'll have big chunks somewhere where they'll say, right, we're going to do this in the scene, and then we're going to leave about a 2 or 3 minute chunk where you can just go on and improvise.
He says things like, now after that you could just make things up.
Well, no, you don't have a nit for a pet.
Just one.
They wouldn't be much good for a pet, would they? You can't really play with a nit, can you?
You could play like a spy.
I Spy?
Yeah,
But they can't talk, can they?
they can. In its language.
In nit language.
They're told what their mission is to go into the scene with, and then it's our job to try and play the scene.
Sometimes we don't tell Hugh and Claire what's coming.
Yeah.
So that, I don't know, probably just to make their life difficult, really.
Yeah,
Yeah, makes it natural.
To what we say, sort of, quite well.
They have to kind of think about it and like we're like say this because when we make up the things they're like and they don't know if we're making it up or if it was a line that they weren't told. He called me a legend.
We were very lucky because we got 2 houses side by side, one which is the family house where we shoot, and then next door, which is where we eat and where the children are taught and where the chaperones stay and so on. So, it probably is quite like some sort of large commune with people, running around between the gardens and, you never quite know who you're going to find where.
I suppose this production is very different in that it is absolutely child-centric. It revolves around them. The whole thing is geared to them to get the best out of them.
Well, and this is our house, which we...
This is the fake house. That is Keith, the sound man.
And he's the guy who puts all those big boards up.
He's the light man. Those 2 are the props. And you're the props as well.
And they're not...
See, even there, just going, this is who this is who that is. It is so clear that the kids aren't really acting. They're just being themselves. I love this.
We're allowed to keep us all set for too long.
Yeah,
Because-
45 minutes.
Yeah, so we have to have a different house so that we can go in.
Yeah,
He doesn't,
For me, it's an hour.
What we tend to do is film the children's side of the scene, point the cameras at the children first, and then after that 45 minutes, they like Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman go off to their Winnebago, and the adult actors are left with Andy and me kneeling on the floor with a pair of eyes on our chest somewhere, and we then turn the cameras round, and then Andy and me tend to be Daniel and Ramona. This is Daniel and I am Ramona, as you can obviously guess.
Well, I certainly don't think you should keep a list of people you're going to punish.
Have you been looking at my lists?
No, Ben told me about it. Well, I hope none of us are on your list.
No. Well,
So
no, I mean mummy sometimes.
So they would have to, in a way, like probably write down the stuff that the kids have been saying and go, right, so this is what they've said. Now you need to respond to that line that they have given you. Which, I don't know, if they're doing it like that, that maybe takes away some of the straight away reactiveness of it. But I guess it depends on whether that's on the scripted sections or the sort of the improvised sections.
Their body shape changes, and they are.
Because Guy's
Okay.
6 foot. How is he? 6'4"?
He's 6'4", yeah.
Oh, wow, bigger than
He
me.
does Karen, but I love that. I don't know. It's just really sweet, isn't it?
We're very used to it now, but
Yeah.
it's slightly off-putting to start with.
A crap parent.
And scruff, yeah.
Well, we changed it. We've got 2 invisible children and 1 of 53.
Amazing.
The hardest thing is for Hugh and Claire to sort of take us serious. They do. I mean, the only moment we ever had any spot of bother was when Hugh was doing a scene where we were both playing imaginary children and he was ticking us both off. And the line he had to say was, you're both big children.
You should punish him.
How would I punish him?
You should stop him using the computer for 6 days because he called me a bad word.
You know, you 2 can just sort this out between the 2 of you because you're both big kids now, aren't you? You're big kids in almost every sense of the word.
We did corpse there because we are very big children.
Yeah, these are our clothes and that.
What's your favourite clothes?
This is my favourite trousers. These are my favourite trousers. This is my favourite top. So I'm wearing like my costume top.
We hope that the kids have a really good time when they're filming. They always seem to. They're always very jolly, and to be honest, it's not just about the filming for them, is it?
Russ, our tutor. Yeah, I think
Russ has already played an extra in Outnumbered in the hospital,
Yeah, and this is like my folder where I keep all my stories.
This is my laptop where I do most of my work.
And that's my work.
Yeah, well, we come up here.
We learn stuff up here.
And we learn things up here.
But I think Russ is the best tutor ever.
Quite often, Daniel wants to get back to his tutor as quickly as possible. If he's having a good time with his tutor and we call him down to do a scene, almost the first thing he's asking is how long is it going to take because he wants to get back. The show is partly an antidote, we hope, to all the parenting industry and all those books that lay down the law about what is good and bad parenting.
I think that we worry too much. It's important not to fall into the trap of overparenting.
More internet.
No. It's a book.
A book.
Do you think we overparent or do we underparent?
Both, I think.
I think we wanted to put something on television that instead of showing you how bad you are at parenting and how you should improve, just says, look, we're all rubbish at parenting, so don't worry.
Yeah.
You know.
Actually, the kids...
The kids will bring themselves up.
They come out sort of all right in the end, yeah.
Yes, perfectly parented children probably turn into, you know, vandals. And
serial killers.
Drug addicts.
Buckethead! Dog pants. Would you like to have a go?
Well, I mean, Sue, I suppose we started off writing a sort of every motherish character.
Oh, hi, Veronica.
Claire turned her into a very recognisable kind of mum.
All right, bye.
But a lot of the, you know, a lot of the flesh on the character, nearly all of it probably, comes from Claire Skinner's portrayal of, you know, Claire turned her into something.
It just felt so foggy, like she was constantly grasping for some clarity and some sort of control of her work-family situation.
Ben and Karen! Not been back. Brilliant.
For Sue, it just feels like it feels like me trying to go through life without my contact lenses in. It feels like that. It's just this constant barrage of stuff coming at you. You haven't quite got into focus.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. What age do your children start thinking of you as incompetent?
Oh, I don't know. 3, 2.
I think he is pretty well constantly worried about most things, yeah.
Dad worries about Jake a lot, and Jake wants to be independent and grown up.
Yo, dude.
Don't do that.
He just tells loads of stories about his childhood and tries to make them apply to Jake.
How old do you reckon he was? Tiger, I think his name is, isn't it? How old do you think he was when he did this? Because I believe he's supposedly there or thereabouts the age that he's supposed to be playing, so what, sort of 11, 12-ish. But the way he talks, he does come across a lot more grown up and much more switched on than most 11 or 12-year-olds that I've probably met in my years.
I remember at school that the bullying stopped when I showed them that I just wasn't frightened of them. And when that new boy started, the boy with the stutter, Peter the Repeater they called him. Well, paracetamol Pete after the suicide attempt. I mean, the main thing is that you just want to show them that you're not scared. You know, he's just this one boy, Preston, isn't
Dad, just leave it, okay?
But the way they played it, Tiger and Hugh, was it became very touching. You know that Jake seems quite happy inside his own skin, and Dad seems quite wary around him, not sure when to go in and when to stay out.
How's he kick about?
Do you mind if we don't right now?
No, that's fine.
But I think there's also something which Hugh brought out beautifully, I think, which is that there's also an element in which you hero worship your kid.
Are you worried about something? School or?
Hey, Dad, I told you that's all sorted. Well, it has been since I made friends with Connor.
Connor?
Well, yeah, he's huge. Almost as big as you, Dad.
Making friends with a big kid, eh? That's smart.
So Preston's not bothering you anymore?
No, not since Connor beat him up in the changing rooms, no.
Really? I think Ben finds him nerdy.
OK, let's play table tennis.
Well, finds Dad nerdy.
The thing about Ben is that there is no magic way to handle a kid like Ben.
Oh, give me the drill.
No.
Give me the drill. Give me the drill. Give me my drill. Drop it. Give me the drill. Don't scream. Don't scream.
Ben is not a pain.
Ben
is a science lover who especially likes science fiction and uses
And he loves chocolate.
And kitchen equipment for
Beating up his sister.
yeah.
Have you ever heard of the story called The Boy Who Cried Wolf?
Yes, it's about a boy who has some sheep and he says that a wolf is attacking his sheep.
Yes.
Nobody believes him, he gets munched up.
Yeah. And it's a story
There you go.
all about
But
what...
if you're going to speak to me about lying, there are no wolves around here. Or in London, don't forget.
Is lying is more of the kind of living in a fantasy world variety. He doesn't lie particularly out of deviousness. He just lies because it seems more exciting to lie.
I think that makes it quite hard for the parents to deal with him.
Yeah.
Because there's never any malice in him.
Yeah.
I'm Rory's dad, Steve. Hey. Ben was round our place on Sunday. He's quite a kid, isn't he? Yeah, he's quite a kid. Told us all about you. Did he? Oh, yes, he's obviously very proud. So tell me, what's Gordon Brown really like?
He can see for himself that there's sort of inconsistencies in the adult world, and he likes to inhabit his fantasy world.
She's got a world of crazy ideas in her head.
I've got to go downstairs.
What about a big ginormous tarantula creeping, and then it comes onto the bed and kills us with its ginormous things?
Ramona, more than any of the others, I think, is very aware of the differences between her and Karen.
Is a fork a weapon?
But I think Karen is someone who likes very clearly defined rules and boundaries.
How would you use a fork as a weapon?
You can stab like that.
Which, of course, is very different, very difficult in this family that's got her parents in it, that's got Ben in it.
So maybe Karen's
This
the one
gun
who's
is more
autistic.
powerful than anything that could definitely kill a
No,
thing.
they can't, because fairies are magical and they'll just kill you before you kill them.
How? Do they have a gun and do they have anything that can kill you?
Yes, they fly down your throat and turn your heart into a pumpkin, and then your blood stops running and then you die.
She's a great spotter, isn't she?
Yeah.
There's a moment in the farm episode where she starts quizzing her granddad.
What does it feel like to be old? Is it nice?
Beats being dead.
Well, what if you die and then you go to heaven and then you're really happy because you've gone to heaven and you get everything that you want?
Yeah, well, I'll let you know.
How?
She's a great spotter of inconsistencies and very bright.
Stranger!
This is, I think, was my
Clearly,
favourite
the
moment of the
trip
series.
to the urban farm, that obviously struck a very deep chord with people.
Right. My life is certainly as chaotic as this life in certain respects, and you get it sort of all goes off and then it calms down.
I'm not called Ben!
I think the reason that it's successful is because it's very, very recognisable.
But then there were other little things that people identified with as well, which we hadn't anticipated, like things like minor squabbles about the correct way to load the dishwasher.
I've had the dishwasher conversation, I've had the conversation, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like therapy.
Oh my word! I if you don't know, for the last 6 or 7 years, I worked for a company that manufactured household appliances, and dishwashers was one of them. We would get calls on a constant basis, going, oh, my washing machine's not working properly, or my dishwasher's not working correctly, and you have to ask all these different questions. And a lot of times, honestly, the amount of times you have to say, I know it may sound stupid, but have you actually contemplated how you are loading your dishwasher? Or have you contemplated how many items or how much items or whatever you're putting into your washing machine? And often, an engineer would go out and they go, yeah, you've got nothing wrong with it. It's the way you're using it. So, but people don't want to admit that they're wrong. They really don't.
What are you doing? I've just stacked that.
I know, but if you put the bowls there and the mugs there and the glasses there, they clean better.
It's actually been really completely reassuring to me to know that I'm not as inept as I thought I might be.
I'm not sure.
Ooh.
People get a kick out of thinking, oh, it's not just us. That does happen in every home.
You've got the hots for me.
Nice. Oh, that's it. Oh, wow. That was really short. Well, 18 minutes. Wow. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. Maybe they didn't go maybe as in detail as maybe I would have hoped someone would have liked for, but hey, that's just what it is. I don't mind too much. That was really entertaining. And it gave a better idea, and I think a better sense of the actual kids themselves. Kind of realizing, especially like you take Ben, for example. Ben, he's literally Ben in real life. The way he is and the way he's talking with his tutor, and he's talking about the production team and everything. It's literally like being Ben. Okay, maybe a little bit less chaotic than he is in anything else, but yeah, he's still Ben at the end of the day. So that was terrific. So, of course, Series 2 will be back around about mid-October. There is the possibility I may do it earlier on my Patreon, because I have a particular tier level which is currently disabled, that's not gone live yet, which is where I would do stuff much earlier than just like your little bit earlier, which you'd get with the nerd tier level. But yeah, there is that potential that I may do that earlier. So if I do, I will obviously let you guys know and make it known that it is available to watch much earlier if you want to. But of course, in December we will be checking out the Christmas special as well, once we have finished Series 2, of course. That is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this extra little video for Outnumbered for you. It might have been a bit of a surprise for you, but I hope you enjoyed it. For now, my name's Kevin. I am a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.